What's up, Bulldozer Park? It's your boy, the Bulldozer. That's the settle. And now is the time for what I do best. The unfiltered breakdown. No boring stats, no sugarcoating, just pure passionate football analysis with strong opinions. Let's steer into it. It's been a crazy Champions League day. 43 goals in 9 games. That is hell of a goal feast. So it started with Barcelona against Olympiacos, which was quite a good game. Barcelona won by 6-1. First half, it was Barcelona were leading by 2, when Olympiacos had a penalty to which they scored, reducing the deficit. But then at the beginning of the second half, an Olympiacos player was giving his marching orders to a second yellow card, which led to a red card, which he never deserved that second yellow card. So this is where I have a problem with VAR. VAR is able to go through a red card and able to tell a referee if it is a red card or if it is not. But then, if it's a second yellow card, VAR is not supposed to be involved, which I found it detrimental to the game because it wasn't a second yellow card. It wasn't a second yellow card, which led to a red card, and therefore the game was quite tied at 2-1. So the red card opened the game up for Barca, which led to a rout of 6-1. So I know the heads of the game should look at it. If it's a second yellow card, VAR should intervene if it is possible so that it doesn't destroy the game. Then we move on to Villarreal against Man City. I hate to say it, Erling Haaland is one of the greatest goal scorers ever. This guy keeps scoring. In terms of all-round play, he's not the best. But when you give him the chance in the 18-yard box, this guy can score. He's already banging goals in the Premier League, in the Champions League, and at the international stage also. And there is no stopping Erling Haaland currently. He's fighting for the Golden Boot with Mbappe and Harry Kane, and this is tasty and feisty. Man City is getting their groove back. They are winning games, though not pretty, but they are really doing very well, and they really ran Villarreal over. Although it was just 2-0, they could have scored more. And we saw Napoli against PSV Eindhoven. Man, what is happening to Napoli? And there's been a school of thought that I've always been talking about. Antonio Conte's second season, not able to juggle 2 competitions at a go. And it happened in Chelsea, was not able to juggle the Champions League and then the Premier League in the second season, the same with Inter Milan. And now it's happening with Napoli, also in Juventus, and now it's happening in Napoli. Man, getting destroyed by PSV Eindhoven, 6-2 is unacceptable, it's unforgivable, and he has to get things right because this is unacceptable. Then Leverkusen against the Champions League favorite, Paris Saint-Germain. There is no stopping them. This team is select. This team has everything. They have the flair, they have the panache. Currently the English Premier League is quite boring with the long throws, as I'll come to it, with the long throws, with the long balls. But PSG make football watchable again. It's so beautiful watching PSG play. Their quick counters, their short passes, their triangular passes. Each player knows what to do. They play football like it's an orchestra, with Vitinha being the solo artist. It's so beautiful watching PSG play, and I'm still tipping them again for the Champions League. And also Newcastle Benfica. So Newcastle won by 3-0. Jose Mourinho, what is happening? It comes to a point in life where we know that our strength is no more. Our success, we cannot do what we used to do. And I think that Mourinho is at that stage where he lacks ideas. He doesn't have the agility, the guile, the tactical nous to compete in today's game, because today's game has changed, which is full of tactics, and the players are not mentally strong. They want to be breastfed. So if you don't have that kind of technical nous, I love Mourinho because I'm a Chelsea fan, and watching Mourinho in Chelsea, he's the greatest Chelsea manager. There is no doubt about that. But now is the time for Mourinho to retire because he's becoming so embarrassing. Getting humiliated by Newcastle is unacceptable. And lastly, we talk about Arsenal. As a Chelsea fan, Arsenal is my rival. I hate Arsenal. I always want London to be blue. I never want Arsenal to win the Champions League. But man, it seems like Arsenal is close to winning that. Man, they have the meanest defense in the world. They are not conceding goals. Just 3 goals the whole season. Wow. Arsenal's defense. They can just leave a player out, left Calafiori out, and then they brought Miles Lewis-Kelly, and it doesn't change anything. They can leave Cabral out and bring in Mosquera, and it doesn't change anything. You know, I don't want to say it, but Arsenal has a very strong team. The Arsenal team, Saka can get injured, and then Madueke will come in and still do the job. Odegaard will get injured, and then Eze will come in and do the job, when last season they didn't have that kind of luxury. So I'm scared to say it, but Arsenal looks like they are going to take a major trophy this season. And I hope it doesn't happen. But man, it's getting scary. It's getting crazy, and they are a tough team to beat. They remind me of Mourinho's team that just conceded 15 goals in the Premier League season. This Arsenal team is tough. They can win ugly, they can win nicely. They don't care how ugly their football is, because they've been throwing the ball from 40 yards, which is so boring to watch. But today, after getting their first goal through a set piece, the floodgates were open, and you could just see how they tore Atletico Madrid apart. But yeah, Arsenal did fall. They played exceptional football, but then it was also a lackluster performance from Atletico Madrid. They came in to defend, and once the first goal came in, the floodgate opened because they wanted to equalize. So then they were all over the place. The changes Simone made never worked. They were all over the place, and they conceded 3 quick goals. So 4 goals in 13 minutes. That is fucking crazy. That is so crazy. And Diego Simeone needs to look at himself. Atletico Madrid need to find a way to get this man out of the club. He's been there for quite a long time. The longest serving manager as of today, the highest paid manager as of today, and he gets what he wants. He buys the players he wants. A lot of Argentinians in his squad, and he still cannot get over the line. He still doesn't play attractive football, and I don't know why they are keeping him. I know he's a legend. I know he won the La Liga for them, but it is time to move on from him. So it was a crazy day of Champions League with so many goals and so many red cards. Tomorrow is another day. Chelsea, my team, is facing Ajax. Hopefully we beat them by 3-0. Real Madrid Juventus is going to be a good game. I don't know what kind of Real Madrid is going to turn out, because they always struggle against the big teams, but Juventus is also not doing well, so I don't really know what is going to happen. But hopefully tomorrow is also going to be a goal fest. And that's my take for today. Agree, disagree, think I've completely lost the plot? Of course you do. That's the passion. So if you love arguing about football as much as I do, hit the like button, subscribe for doses of no-nonsense analysis, and let's continue the war of words in the comments. Until next time, keep the passion real. This is Bulldozer TV. Goodbye. Peace.